Hello and welcome to another One Piece chapter review and discussion. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 1060 titled Luffy's Dream. Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Gagunky?
We all know what that is.
Well, we don't know what that is.
No, I know, but we know what it's alluding to because it's been brought up multiple times in the past.
It's been brought up multiple times in the past. I still have no real idea. We have the chapter pulled up for reference. We're not going to be showing anything to be safe, but I have the chapter pulled up for reference so we can look at it. And I just want to look at everybody's reactions again. But a lot of stuff happened. Obviously, like if you follow leaks or news or anything leading up to the chapter, it was told by a lot of people who were running these accounts for everybody to steer clear of any spoilers because this was going to be the chapter that Luffy revealed his dream.
And yeah, we should have known. I mean, and for this to be the first time that they're actually all hearing this, it is like, okay, so he lists off the people who he's told it to.
Yeah.
So Shanks, Sabo, Ace.
Right.
That's it. So he's like, yeah, I guess I've only told those three people and obviously his crew. But
Yamato knows technically, but not from Luffy.
Not from Luffy. Yeah. But again, I mean, even their reactions at first, they were like, what? And they're like, I guess that makes sense for you. Yeah,
some of them did. Some of them were shocked and some of them were like laughing. Some of them didn't think. Some of them thought it was funny. Some of them thought it was like charming or cool or awesome. Or I mean, there was so many different reactions to what he said. So I want to go through and I want to look at those reactions again when we get there. But also, you know, we learn what's happening with Sabo. We get to see Sabo again. And some crazy shit happens with Sabo on an island, Lulusia, which Lulusia is an island we've actually seen before.
Wait, Lulusia?
Lulusia.
I thought doesn't it not exist?
Oh, you're right.
It shouldn't be in our memory.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird how we know what it is.
That's a great point, Mehgan.
Interesting. Do you guys know?
Yeah, you guys ever heard of Lulusia?
It doesn't sound like a real place.
But we have seen this island before. This was the island that Brownbeard was on, and the island that the revolutionaries came and liberated. And they are, you know, obviously we learn here that they are one of the islands that rebelled, and we see that they have their king sort of captive, asking him to confess to all the crimes that he's committed. Baller. Dude. Yeah. Baller.
I don't know about baller, but
bro, if he committed crimes, he should fess up. Okay, I don't give a fuck, dude. Lock him up.
Weren't the crimes rebelling though?
No, they were asking the king. They were just telling the king, bro, admit to what you did. Just admit. Like that's what it looked like. We'll look at it again. But we also see Emu again.
Yep.
Which is
curiouser
and curious.
I called it. I said Sabo saw Emu. Like Vivi and Sabo saw Emu. Like that's why they put that on him. That's why they blamed it because they're like either someone's gonna get him, someone's gonna capture him, someone's gonna kill him, and we need to make him an enemy because he is an enemy now that he's seen that the throne.
I mean, he was even an enemy before that because he was part of the Revolutionary Army.
For sure, but even more now that he knows this like crazy secret. They're trying to silence him before he can get any information out because it is going to shake the world if more people find out about this thing. Yeah, our discussion is going to be a little all over the place before we start going through it, but I just want to say right now, there's no way. I mean, we are in the final saga and anything is possible and real things are going to start have to start happening. The stakes are going to get higher. Things are going to get crazier. But I don't think Sabo is dead. I think there's no way he's dead. Although it looked like there was real no way. I mean, he obliterated the whole fucking island and wiped it off the fucking map.
But I've seen other people online say that if you look closely, right, we see other people on the island. Whenever we see Sabo, it's a close up panel of him.
So he could be like underground bunker.
Maybe not bunker. I mean, maybe
bunker action or
bunker ass Sabo. Could have been on a ship close by the island. Could have been near the island. Maybe he was on the island and was departing the island.
Yeah, he had to have seen the fallout because his reaction.
No, he was close enough to see, and the light was close enough to
proximity. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we don't know if he was on it. You know, again, these assumptions, make an ass out of everyone. So we can't assume anything until it's actually revealed to us. Unless it's like a theory or something. But yeah, for sure, that sounds more plausible because that would be crazy. That would be crazy. It's like you think that he's dead.
Yeah.
And then, no, he just killed the king. And it's like, okay, but no, he's actually dead now.
Right. Yeah, that's why I think there's no way he could be dead. And the stakes are getting higher every single chapter. Like, it's very clear we're in the final saga. Oda is not messing around, but I still don't think that would mean he would kill off Sabo in that way.
He might be badly injured.
Sure.
If he was in the fallout, he might, I don't know.
But it also means Sabo's, if he is alive, which I think he is, and I think most people think he is, then he's still walking around with that information about Imu. He still knows that, and he has told that to the Revolutionary Army. Dragon's aware of that. Everybody is aware of that. So that is going to be very interesting going forward too. Shit's popping off. Like, these chapters, I mean, they don't get any less crazy. Like, yeah, last week's chapter was crazier in a different way, but this chapter, there's also so much here.
I mean, we finally get to see like what Imu is capable of. Like, that was straight Imu action. Like that, and that's what's scary. Like, this fool just has the capability, and maybe he has like I don't know if we've ever seen like a cloud fruit or like a rain, like something in the sky. He was definitely in the sky, or maybe I don't know.
This is the thing. We've watched theory videos, right? Because we are, like, I'm sure everybody, so curious as to what this person's ability, maybe he's not even a person, ability, what their ability is. Obviously, Imu backwards,
Umi,
meaning sea. So he could have the power of either the sea. He could have the power of water. If his power is water or the sea,
the moon fruit.
But
because the moon is directly tied to like tides, and it can affect the ocean.
Right.
So.
But I also think too, like, what we saw came from the sky. There's obviously, precipitation, water in the sky. Like, maybe that's how he can manipulate that for it to come down the way it did. I don't know. It seemed like an ability of his.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even know that for certain.
I mean, that would make a lot of sense, because maybe, like, again, Oda being so on the nose with that name, he does like to use names and, like, switch them up into how to pertain to the character and like what they do. But if it's like Imu, people be like, oh, Umi backwards sea. And it's like, okay, well, what we know about One Piece is that the sun and the moon are very, very prevalent themes in One Piece. I mean, Nika is the sun god. It would only make sense that the big bad would be some type of moon devil fruit user, and the moon can control tides in the ocean. That's why I said, like, maybe it's not as simple as like he controls the ocean, because we have crazy different climates, crazy different what's the word how the sea what are the tide, not tides, but different currents, currents, and how there's like so many different ones, and the Poneglyphs and all that crazy shit. Like, I think that he has something to do with the moon, and that's why the Lunarians were introduced now. I think he's like somewhat Lunarian. Maybe he's their god. Like, I don't know. I think for sure Imu's moon something.
Yeah.
For
that makes a lot of sense. And like I said, this is all speculation. I mean, but it does.
I don't want to say for sure, but yeah. I mean, like,
but it does seem to be like logically that's like the best guess.
Because again, like, Oda really likes his wordplay, but he also likes his reveals.
Right.
So thinking about like what we've been taught, sun god Nika, the Lunarians, being on the red line where they were. Imu's there. Imu's been there for a long ass time. And yeah, it would only be plausible that it'd be something to do with the moon, because you would think like I said, you would think like he would have a sea power.
Right.
But the moon, like the sun doesn't really do anything to the sea. The moon does. The moon really controls tides.
Sure.
I mean, I just kind of like thought of that right now.
Well,
like,
you also
damn.
have some interesting thoughts on Luffy's dream that you haven't shared with me yet, and that I'm curious to hear. But I mean, let's not forget, and I like to just go through and just give general reactions, because I mean, we just read this thing. Like, we just read this thing before we sat down. Yeah, to record.
No, it's 15 minutes ago.
And at the end of the chapter too, we also get to see that Jewelry Bonney is on the Sunny now. And Zoro stepping up the way he did when everybody was so concerned and worried about Vivi. As he should. Yeah, I mean, he did keep everybody a little grounded, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, like, obviously there's going to need to be an inciting incident, something that's really going to pit the Straw Hats or give them a good reason to go after whoever they have to go after, because they still have to go after Imu. They still have to go after Blackbeard, they still have to go after the world government, or maybe Blackbeard will go after them, or there'll be like some combination of it or whatever.
I mean, I really do think it's gonna be like a end game situation where like everyone has to work together against Emu at the end. Like Blackbeard has been,
but Blackbeard is beyond redeemable though.
I mean, yes and no. When it's talking about like the world, like saving the world, I think that would be the only redeeming thing he could do at this point. So if all of them, I mean, if everyone is in unison of saying like, okay, Emu, we didn't know there was a king of the world. This is not okay. Destroying fucking islands is not okay. Covering that up is not okay. Changing history is not okay. Everyone's on, pretty much the same page because if, he fucking annihilates and kills a bunch of people to start new again, like all of Blackbeard's power is gone. I mean, everyone has something in this, has something to lose, I guess. So
Blackbeard loves chaos, man. That's the only thing.
I mean, he loves chaos, but to the point where he's gonna, completely annihilate so many people to start fresh again. Like,
as long as he can figure out a way to save himself. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think that would be such a cool way to end One Piece. Is that's, I think, a part what Luffy wants to do. I think that his dream. Can I talk about it now?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah,
I think his dream, like, he'll say it like this, right? And everyone will be like, what the heck? That's impossible. But I think he means it a different way. I think his dream is like, I want everyone to be a pirate. Because pirate in his mind means freedom. So he's saying like, I want everyone to be pirates. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, that's funny. Like, you would say that.
And I don't mean to seem distracted. I'm listening, but I'm going to go to that panel because I want to, now with you having said that, I want to hear that and look at everybody's reactions, but keep going.
Because it makes so much sense. I mean, there's so many reactions. Pirates hearing that would laugh because it's like, yeah, no shit. Everyone's going to be a pirate. But in Luffy's mind, pirate means freedom. Pirates mean you can do whatever you want and stand up for what you want and what you believe in. That's what a pirate is to Luffy. So that would only make sense of a Luffy way of saying that he wants everyone to be free in this world would be everyone become a pirate.
Right. So we're not going to show the panel. And Mehgan, I really fucking think you're onto something because he talks about having to become the king of the pirates to even be able to accomplish this
exactly.
dream. So I love that we get a little panel of the Sunny, looking shocked. There's like an exclamation mark and a question mark above it said. Zoro saying, huh? What did you just say? Jinbei, what? Nami? Yo ho ho, you're too much. Yo ho ho, you're too much.
You play too much, Luffy.
Brooke, hey, are you serious? Almost like kind of like a little angry maybe from
a little
Usopp.
A little shocked, a little face cracked.
That sounds great. It's perfect from Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie would say some shit like that.
Frankie would.
Come
Sanji
on.
laughing. Chopper, I think someone needs to check his head. Robin just ... Chopper would react that way. And then he says, come on, there's no way anybody can do that. Make everybody pirates. But I'll have a shot if I become king of the pirates. I don't even know how you come up with this stuff.
And like I said, this would be the most Luffy way to say I want everyone to be free. Because how, again, Luffy interprets freedom could be directly tied to like what he thinks of as pirates, why he wanted to become a pirate, what he sees, what his crew can do for other people and liberate other people. And the world government ain't doing it. So I want everyone to be Navy officers. Like, no, like I think Luffy would say it this way to get this reaction from people, to throw people off, because that's just how Luffy would word things.
Because Usopp is one of the people that says it wouldn't have made much of a difference since it's impossible. And then he talks about everybody else he told. They all laughed. Shanks had some tears rolling down his face. Yeah. And then Jinbei's like, well, I can't really say too much because I joined willingly. So, I can't say it's not my problem, but I sure picked a troublesome captain. And then
that's
Chopper
awesome,
saying, your dream is
Luffy.
amazing.
Sure sounds like you. I mean,
since you got to be pirate king to even make that possible, we better find that last road Poneglyph.
I think that's what he means. I think that's what he says, just how he interprets freedom. And that's why it gets this reaction from people. Because if you just said, I want everyone to be free, everyone would be like, wow, that's a really awesome dream for you to have. It wouldn't be this weird, like, what do you mean? How could you even say that's impossible?
Right. He's saying, I want to make, like, he's saying, like, my dream is I want to make everybody a pirate.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would fit thematically. I feel like that's something Luffy would say.
It would. And I really do think that, like, I don't know. I mean, I've been right before, but I thought immediately, like, how would Luffy interpret, like, what is free? And that would be the ultimate, like, everyone being a pirate would, in his mind, be like, yeah, everyone would be free to do whatever they want. They can go on the seas. They can do whatever. And, yeah.
And a lot of people were not complaining, but maybe people were... it wasn't what people were expecting. I guess, somewhat recently Oda said in an interview that the story will end when Luffy and the crew finds the One Piece. A lot of people thought maybe he would find the One Piece and then go off to fight whoever, or that wasn't really the order that they thought things were going to be resolved. But I think that if that is the case, then that is a beautiful, beautiful ending. But we would have to see him find it and then him, because would we need to really even see him start to accomplish that dream, or would we just need to hear him say that? We just need to hear him like exclaim it out loud.
Because like I've said, like I've been saying, I mean, I don't think that he necessarily, like, he really wants everyone to be a pirate because that's what freedom means to him. I don't think everyone else is like, okay, well, we can't make everyone pirates, so it's against their will. Like, not everyone's going to be a pirate, but he wants everyone to be free. And like I said, they wouldn't react that way if he says, oh, I want everyone in this world to be free. They'd be like, wow, that's a really nice dream that, it could happen. It's not impossible. Because everyone becoming pirates is impossible, but freedom isn't not impossible.
Wow. I mean, I do think you're onto something, Mehgan. I really, really do.
That's just my interpretation. That's so Luffy. That's so Luffy. Because he's, asking everyone to be on his crew.
Yeah.
Join my crew.
Right away.
Be a pirate. Be a fucking pirate. He's telling everyone, be a pirate. Pirate life is best life because, like, it's freedom.
Yeah.
To him.
Fuck. You mean you really might be onto something. So let's just go through real quick chronologically so we don't really forget anything. And I like having it pulled up for reference. But, Luffy is reacting to the news about Sabo, saying Sabo would never do anything like that.
Of course.
He would never kill King Cobra. Even though, like I've said in many episodes, in my drinking days, I killed many King Cobras.
Pounded him.
Threw him back.
Yeah.
But he's reacting, and he gets like pretty upset.
I can hear him. He's like,
yeah, I love about him that he's so passionate about protecting people or just being there for people, his friends, people he considers his friends. It's funny to see, not funny to see, but it is just. It's kind of cool to see Zoro be the one to step up. And he's done this before. This is not out of character for Zoro. Zoro is the one that, at times will keep Luffy in check and pull him back.
The whole Usopp situation
that's
was
a great
like,
example.
that was the biggest, focus on what we have to do because, it happens. People leave crews. People are replaced with other people. People die. It's like such a given for a pirate. Like, you can't keep everyone together. If one person wants to leave, then let him fucking leave because he doesn't believe in your dream, doesn't believe in what we're trying to accomplish. So again, here, like, he is kind of the level-headed one because everyone's freaking out because, like, yeah, they're super friendly with everyone and they understand.
Everybody seems to be on the ship. Everybody seems to be wanting to go after Vivi or wanting to help.
Yeah.
But Zoro's the only one that's like, this is not what we should be doing. We should trust Vivi. We should trust in her to handle it. And then when she needs us, like, that's when we'll be there. We'll be there to help.
The example of Ace and just being like, Ace, you trusted Ace in his decision to not stay with you or to go on your own journeys. Like, trust Vivi because she is strong and she is capable. And just hearing Zoro say that, honestly, because Luffy and Zoro really do respect power. And that's kind of how they not like rank people, but that's like where they show respect. So Zoro's even saying that, like, really, like, shows how much everyone, more Zoro than right now, but how much he does, like, really see Vivi as someone who is powerful and capable. Because hell yeah, she was doing the most for her country.
Yep.
And she is capable. She can fucking fight. Like, she can.
It's a high compliment coming from Zoro.
Oh,
like, when Zoro
yeah.
says, like, you'll be all right. Like,
you'll be all right.
That's a compliment. Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah. And Luffy set course to Alabasta right now, and he's like, okay, well, we can't do that. You want to fucking go against the war of the whole Navy right now?
And he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, of course he would
Which
say
is, again,
that.
what I love about Luffy, because it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
He's like, I've already done it once.
Yeah, and he'll do it for any reason. He'll do it for any reason, especially if that reason is someone he considers a friend that needs help. We see the Caribou's on board too, back in a barrel.
Of course, bitch.
This guy, man. I mean, I am waiting for him for there to be some gigantic reveal. We've already talked about, some theories we have about Caribou in our previous videos, but I'm just waiting for him to finally do something crazy or tell someone something crazy. There's going to be a reveal. He's a super significant character, and we've known that for a while, but damn. So, they're continuing to argue. Everybody's reacting. Everybody wants to go help. Zoro is being a dope, vice captain and, holding everybody together, really grounding everybody, reminding everybody of the priority right now.
Yeah, and everyone's hating him. He's like, you're a green mom. You're a green Kaido. So funny.
Yeah.
So hilarious. I love Nami's fit too.
Yeah, Nami's fit is fire.
Oh my God.
So fire.
And again, I mean, this was such a great... we haven't seen it in a long time. Them just hanging out in the sunny talking like this. It felt so nostalgic because of everything that's happened, and it was just nice to see them on their home.
It was nice that there was a whole chapter after these past 2 chapters where it was all the Straw Hats. It was on the sunny. It was really nice. And Robin's just updating Luffy on everything that's been going down while they were in Wano. Telling him about the Cross Guild. His reaction to that was
to be some mix-up.
Very funny. She's also saying here, and this is again classic Luffy, but also a great storytelling device, a reason to pull back on revealing information. But she says there's a lot of other familiar names in here, a lot of other shit going down. You want to know about it? And he's like, nah. And everybody's like, damn it. After this many chapters, you're not going to hear it.
Yeah.
But you're still fuck, I wanted to know. I love even here when he kind of falls back and he says Sabo's innocent, And then he talks about their upbringing, and this is when he talks about his dream. That's what I want at the end of my dream, and everybody's reaction to that. And we kind of went through everybody's reaction already, and I love your theory, Mehgan. I love your theory.
Thank you.
I just realized I had the camera on the wrong what's it called? I had it on the wrong camera for a while, so sorry about that.
Was it on me?
Yeah, it was on you. No one's gonna complain about that. No one's gonna complain about that. Everybody reacting to Luffy's dream, and now they're this was what they were always on their way to do: find the last road Poneglyph. And head to Laugh Tale. It's so crazy to hear them say that. Let's go do this and let's go to Laugh Tale. Then we cut to, of course, the elders on Mer Joie, talking about the Lulusia kingdom. And Sabo, we see Emu again, and him relaying that message to the revolution. But here, and I just want to make sure that I was reading this right. But see, it seems like the king and the princess are locked up, and they are saying, the people, the guards outside, or the civilians, the citizens, are saying from the outside, it looks like, saying, Your Majesty, no, I mean, Lord Seki, please just confess to your crimes. We don't want to kill you. They're saying but
what crimes did they commit?
Bro, they're evil royalty. They're
they?
I mean, I'm sure if they got them locked up, bro, they seem like nice people. They're like, bro, we don't want to kill you. We just don't want to live in a corrupt regime, under a corrupt regime. We want you to confess. And this fool looks evil, bro. He's got fangs. He looks like freaking Dracula over here.
He has a vampire.
Evil-ass vampire over here. But then we see Emu crossing out Lulusia, and Sabo relaying that information to everybody. And then
got the history fruit or some shit.
Bro, I mean, you know what's so crazy is there might be some significance to him crossing things off of even paper or maps. Maybe he can just do that. I mean, I don't know. I
think that that's somehow how he uses power, because I don't think he is actually there.
He's not. I mean, because we see him in the same place that he was in when he was in Mer Joie, in this sort of field, not a field, but this flower grove. I don't know what the hell. Butterflies.
Menagerie.
Oh shit, Mehgan, damn, menagerie. But so he's definitely not there, and he's able to do this.
Yeah, just from writing something.
But again, I mean, really, it does seem like it's heavily implied that this is his devil fruit ability or some sort of ability.
Heavenly implied.
Heavenly implied, because it comes from the heavens. But it could be another military weapon. It could be a lot of other things. I mean, I don't think, it is, but it could be.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, maybe like that X is in the sky, and that's what's giving that darkness. Like that shadow is the like physical X mark.
I mean, in One Piece, it really could be, which is crazy. I mean, yeah. But again, if you look here, and this is what I wanted to show you, we see everybody else. People are really good about noticing these things. They're really analyzing these things. But if you look at people when they're on the island, looking up at the sky, the clouds becoming darker, everybody's looking up. Sabo's kind of looking back and up. You know what I mean? But back, his head's not up. His eyes are kind of up, but he's not looking.
So he could be at like a distance.
Right. And every panel we see of Sabo.
I mean, bro, even at a distance though, like if you're in any I mean, look at the fallout even. I mean, right. Yeah, he'd have to be maybe on a ship or something. But
if you look at every panel of Sabo that we see, like every single one, look at how close up when he's talking to Dragon, super close up, nothing in the background.
Yeah, you can't see.
And then when you go here, nothing in the background.
Nothing in the background.
Nothing in the background. So there's no evidence pointing to him even being there. Maybe he was there. He was able to get out, something of that nature. But yeah, so Sabo's safe, but it's crazy now that they have that information.
They have some information. They know that there is a king of the world. Someone was on that throne. He didn't say Emu. He didn't say the logistics of what happened. They know the
throne's not empty, and there is a secret ruler of the world, or king of the world. Chopper gets a cute moment with his new hat.
Oh my goodness. He's like, oh, Tama gave me this for the snow.
And then out of this giant warm eddy that comes out of the sea, there seems to be a person trapped inside of the water. They cut through it.
He's like, I can hear a lady in distress. We're like, how can you hear that?
Of course you can. And a kid pops out, none other than Jewelry Bonney.
Yeah.
And that's where the chapter ends. Now, like I said, we didn't get to see or outright hear Luffy's dream. I prefer that. I was a little, based on, like I said, what everybody else was saying leading up to it. I thought it was going to be revealed. We're in the final saga. Who knows? But I kind of do prefer that we still don't know. I think it's going to be revealed when he does find the One Piece at the end of the story. And he already kind of has laid hints. He even some hints when he was talking to Kaido. He laid there are hints there. But Jewelry Bonney, I was so excited about because she's a character that I've always wanted to know more about. Finally, getting to go to Mare Joie and during the Reverie and seeing her pass with Kuma, which we've talked about before.
I mean, her title.
There's so much we just don't know about her. And who knows when we're going to cut to the crew again. The next chapter might be them talking to her.
I mean, yeah, we've seen a lot of the worst generation and what they're about. So, I mean, Jewelry Bonney is like one of the last ones that we know really the least about.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Really. So I'm excited that she's on the ship now. And that they're going to be talking. I'm assuming information is going to be shared at some point. Maybe not in the next chapter. Maybe not for a while. But I am so curious to see like how she plays into everything, given what we know about her, and now that she's on the Sunny with the Straw Hats. I have no real ideas or no real theories, but obviously she has a connection to Kuma. Kuma's now free, I would assume maybe
she knows something about what happened.
Yeah, I mean, because the last time we saw her was...
They haven't talked to anyone physically that was actually at the Reverie.
And she might know about Emu now,
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things that were cut out that we haven't seen that, like, we can get information on because, like, they're not talking to Sabo anytime soon. They can't talk to Vivi. Like, the people that were actually physically there, like, they haven't really had contact with. So, like, having a person that was, like, there to see the events, I'm sure will be super telling. Like...
My big questions coming out of this chapter are, the significance of Bonney. Super excited to learn more about her, to just get to spend more time with her. What do we think is happening to Vivi? Where do we think Vivi is at? She was taken.
I'm sure she's being held somewhere.
And I love that moment from Nami too, where she talks about not only am I worried for Vivi's safety, but I'm also worried because her dad died. And I'm like, I just want her to be okay.
Yeah, Vivi and Nami are like besties.
They really are. So, yeah, I mean, she's, captive somewhere for what purpose? I mean, Alabasta is without a king, is without Vivi, their princess. I mean, it's I don't know. And then they're one of the families that rebelled. Will Alabasta get wiped off the map too? Is this going to start happening? Is this the time now that we're in the final saga that islands are just going to start getting fucking wiped off the face of the earth?
And I wonder if he can wipe out islands. Like, can he create them?
I don't know. I have no idea. There's so many questions I have going forward, and I think this was a fantastic chapter. I really love. It was crazy, but it was crazy in such a different way. Every chapter has been banger after banger after banger after banger, and I didn't even think we were gonna get to hear from Sabo.
Yeah, me either.
This soon.
And again, like we talked about it, I forget where I talked about it, but it is just so funny to have experienced One Piece like we have. I don't know if I said that was the last chapter, but having these things happen not that long ago for us because we sped, we got to binge it all, but to experience like these things happening so soon for us, and I'm sure maybe later for other people, but it just seems like it's, like you said, I mean, every chapter is really, Oda's really like keeping it tight, I guess, with what's happening in real time. Yeah. And not like, okay, we're going to get back to that in like 20 chapters. It is happening,
And what is the revolution, like, what is the Revolutionary Army going to do with this information? Like, now that they know, what are they going to do? Everything's converging. Everything's coming together. This is, again, the final saga. Shit's popping off, and you really feel that with every single chapter. Every single new development feels absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, this is such an amazing time to be a weekly reader, to be caught up. Like, this is maybe the best time. Like, this is so
I know. It feels
awesome.
like that. It really does feel like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is just our general reaction, our general thoughts, our review discussion, kind of going through everything. Like I said, we just read this chapter 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, prior to recording. So, yeah, I mean, any and all thoughts that you have, that is also my favorite part about being a weekly reader, is getting to hear everybody else's thoughts on the chapter.
And everyone being in the same boat as you.
Yeah, on the same ship.
Literally, on the same ship. And we're all on the same ship sailing together, and we don't know what's to come.
Yeah.
But we could guess, and we can theorize, and we can have fun doing it.
Yeah,
but
I'm curious
we're all
to
kind
see,
of in the same, yeah.
I'm curious to see how people feel about, Mehgan's theory. I think there is something to it. I
don't know if anyone said this, by the way.
Maybe, but
I don't know.
But you didn't, it's.
But if anyone else fucking says it, it's my theory.
It's parallel thinking.
It's my theory. Okay.
Yeah. If anybody, she copyrighted it.
I'll come after you. I'll see you.
Yeah. She copyrighted it. Right now by
and
saying it's copyrighted in this moment. It's copyrighted.
Yeah. If you hear it anywhere else, say, "Oh yeah, this is a great theory." Mehgan from Volume 1 podcast actually said this theory.
She actually copyrighted it. It's actually hers.
Yeah. I have a patent on it.
Yeah, patent on a theory. Okay. Don't know if that's how that works.
You can patent theories.
Okay. But yeah, dude. Just what a time to be a weekly reader. What a time to be caught up. And please let us know your thoughts. Any ideas you have of where things are going to go in the next chapter. The significance of just like anything leading up to the end game. What's the Revolutionary Army going to do with this information? Like, Vivi's being held somewhere. What's her situation? What's Bonney going to reveal?
Yeah, I'm sure now that they have like a similar goal, like obviously they want to find Sabo, they want to find Vivi, like the Revolutionary Army does want to do the same things. So I'm sure they're probably going to connect.
Well, yeah, because we have Vivi in danger, Sabo in danger, Kobe in danger, and I'm sure there's even more people that I'm forgetting. So there are so many people who are so close to Luffy who are in danger, and all of these people are going to be enough to get Luffy, to get his fucking fleet together.
I just want to see Ivankov turn all the Straw Hats in different genders.
Sick.
That's all I want.
And Bonney turn them all into kids.
Yeah. To see it in real time, not just on cover pages or SBS. I mean, we've already seen it, so everyone whatever. It's a pipe dream. Yeah. But it's my dream.
But yeah, man, this was an incredible chapter. That's really going to do it. I mean, on our discussion reaction, again, most of it is just reaction and a conversation that we're so excited to get to have with everybody. So please let us know your thoughts on the chapter, what's coming after, what you think might be coming after, and just how you felt about everything. Your thoughts on Luffy's dream, everything in this chapter. Thank you guys so fucking much for watching, for listening, to choosing to click on this video, or if you're listening to the audio version, which we do have available too on podcast platforms, listening to. Thank you so much for just your support and all that. We really appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. But that's going to do it for our discussion on chapter 1060, titled Luffy's Dream.
Yeah, and there won't be a chapter next week.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
But sometimes don't say that. I don't know.
No, but we will be holding a Done Piece celebration on Thursday the 22nd.
Yes.
We'll be going live with a couple of callers from the One Piece community, YouTubers, podcasters, all that stuff. So if you want to tune into that. And we'll be posting about it soon.
Yeah, Done Piece, of course, if you don't know, was the series of videos we did covering One Piece from the beginning to now. We did cosplays, we had guests, it was a lot of fun. And we're celebrating being caught up on that Thursday, the 22nd. And call-ins, events, all kinds of fun things we have planned. Before we get out on our outro, checking the date to make sure. The 22nd.
I believe it starts at 11.
Yeah, and we'll be posting about it on our community page and our community tab and all that good stuff too on our social media. So follow us there. Links in the description below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. All that good stuff. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here in our outro that is always the same and never changes, which today, Mehgan, is something. It could be something about Luffy's dream. It could be something about Bonney. It could be something about Sabo, Sabitito.
Pobrecito, Sabitito.
Pobrecito, Sabitito.
We can say that, yeah.
Pobrecito, Sabitito. I mean, we could say that.
I like it.
You want to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We can say it.
He can't catch a break.
He can't. Sabo can't catch a break. He really can't catch a freaking break, dude. These last couple chapters, this last couple, I feel like this last arc, he's been
for real.
A lot of arcs,
for real.
Couple of arcs. He's been struggling, but he'll figure it out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and until next time,
Pobrecito Sabitito.
My guy, the wholesome daddy himself, the flame emperor.